The California housing market, where million-dollar price tags are the norm and bidding wars have been a way of life, is finally showing cracks. After years of skyrocketing prices that left countless buyers on the sidelines, something unexpected is happening in 2026. In certain California cities, home prices aren't just slowing down, they're actually dropping, with some areas seeing declines of over 10% from their peak values. If you've been dreaming about owning a piece of the California dream but thought it was permanently out of reach, stick around for this video. And if you find this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to stay ahead of housing market trends that could save you thousands on your next home purchase. California has long been synonymous with expensive real estate. The statewide median home price currently hovers around $838,000, more than double the national average. For years, experts predicted California's housing bubble would cool, but prices just kept climbing. However, 2025 and 2026 have brought a dramatic shift. Economic uncertainty, mortgage rates hovering between 6 and 7%, and increased housing inventory have created the perfect storm for price corrections in specific California markets. While the entire state isn't experiencing a crash, certain cities are finally offering opportunities that haven't existed in nearly a decade. Today, I'm breaking down the top 5 California cities where housing prices are dropping in 2026. We'll explore why these markets are cooling, what current median prices look like, and whether now is the right time to make your move. Whether you're a first-time buyer, an investor, or just fascinated by real estate trends, this video has insights you won't want to miss. City number 1, Oakland. Oakland is experiencing one of the most dramatic price corrections in California. Home values have plummeted by nearly 11% compared to the previous year. While the rest of the Bay Area struggles with affordability but maintains stable prices, Oakland has become an outlier. The current median home price sits around $850,000. While this might still sound expensive, it represents a significant drop from peak pandemic values. In some neighborhoods, properties have lost up to 15% of their peak value, particularly striking considering Oakland experienced massive appreciation during 2020-2021 when remote work drove buyers out of San Francisco. What's driving Oakland's decline? First, increased newly constructed homes have boosted inventory substantially. When supply increases but demand doesn't keep pace, prices soften. Second, Oakland hasn't benefited from the AI boom, bringing high-paid tech workers back to San Francisco. Third, the math doesn't work for buyers anymore. With mortgage rates around 7%, monthly payments on an $850,000 home significantly exceed current rental costs in many neighborhoods. But here's the interesting part. Oakland isn't declining because it's less desirable. The city still offers incredible diversity, vibrant culture, amazing restaurants, and proximity to both San Francisco and Silicon Valley. This is a market correction, a return to sustainable pricing after the pandemic surge. For buyers who can afford it, Oakland in 2026 represents one of the best opportunities to enter the Bay Area market at a reasonable price point.
City number 2, San Francisco. While specific San Francisco neighborhoods benefiting from the AI boom have seen price increases, the San Francisco metropolitan area as a whole is projected to see modest declines through 2026. The metro area could see home values dip approximately 3% by mid-2026. More significantly, over 80% of homes in the San Francisco metro have lost value compared to the previous year, with the average home losing about 15% of its peak value. What makes San Francisco's situation interesting is the divergence between market segments. Tech workers from AI companies drive demand in neighborhoods like Soma and Mission Bay, while other parts see softening. Condos have been hit particularly hard, with properties sitting on the market much longer than the frenzied 2021 market. The reality is that mortgage rates around 7% don't work with San Francisco's price points for most buyers. At a $1.4 million median home price, monthly mortgage payments often exceed $10,000. Roughly 75% of Bay Area buyers use mortgages, meaning most potential buyers are priced out at current interest rates. Inventory reached levels not seen in years. In May 2025, over 7,000 homes were for sale in the San Francisco-Oakland Fremont Metro, representing a 40% increase from the previous year. When inventory surges but buyers stay on the sidelines, prices adjust. For those eyeing San Francisco, focus on neighborhoods that haven't benefited from the AI boom. Areas like the Sunset, Richmond, or parts of the Outer Mission, where prices haven't held as firm, might offer relative value.
City 3, San Jose. San Jose, the heart of Silicon Valley, is expected to see either flat growth or modest declines through 2026. Projections show potential decreases of 1 to 2% from current levels. This represents a dramatic shift from the double-digit annual appreciation experienced for much of the past decade. The current median home price sits at approximately $1.6 million, making it one of America's most expensive markets. However, this represents softening from peak pandemic prices, when bidding wars regularly pushed homes 20 to 30% above asking. Several factors contribute to cooling. First, tech industry upheaval and mass layoffs in 2022-2023 created uncertainty. While hiring has picked up, it hasn't returned to pandemic levels. Second, remote work changed calculations for many tech workers. If you're only in the office 2 or 3 days weekly, do you need to pay $1.6 million to live in San Jose? Many answered no, choosing more affordable areas like Sacramento or Stockton. Third, home ownership costs have reached a breaking point. A household needs to earn over $400,000 annually to comfortably afford the median San Jose home, limiting market growth even in high-income Silicon Valley. San Jose is interesting as an investment because of its long-term fundamentals. It remains the technology industry's heart, with excellent schools and perfect weather. For buyers thinking long-term, purchasing during a soft period could pay dividends over 10 to 20 years. City number 4. Napa. Moving into wine country, Napa shows consistent year-over-year decreases throughout 2025 and into 2026. This might surprise you given Napa's association with luxury, tourism, and high-end real estate. Napa's market is unique, serving multiple buyer profiles. Affluent retirees seeking wine country lifestyle, second home buyers wanting weekend retreats, and local workers needing primary residences. When economic uncertainty rises, second home markets like Napa are hit particularly hard. The median home price currently sits around $900,000, down from peak values approaching or exceeding $1 million. While not a dramatic decline, any downward movement in a market with years of consistent appreciation represents significant shift. Increased wildfire threat has made buyers and insurance companies nervous. California's insurance crisis, where major carriers have reduced coverage or pulled out entirely, has added real costs to homeownership. Rising premiums and reduced availability make owning in Napa more expensive and less attractive. However, for buyers who love wine country lifestyle, Napa at current prices might represent excellent value. The city offers quality of life that's hard to match, with walkable downtown areas, hundreds of nearby wineries, and strong community.
City number 5, Santa Clara and Tri-Valley. The broader Santa Clara County and Tri-Valley region, including Pleasanton, Livermore, and Dublin, experienced extraordinary pandemic appreciation, but have cooled noticeably heading into 2026. The Tri-Valley saw prices skyrocket during 2020-2022, but recent data shows this growth has reversed in some neighborhoods. These areas still command high prices, median homes in the $1.2–1.5 million range, but year-over-year comparisons show softening. During peak remote work, living an hour from San Francisco or San Jose didn't matter, but as companies implemented return-to-office policies, that commute became significant again. Paying $1.3 million for a Livermore home when driving to San Jose multiple times weekly doesn't pencil out like it did in 2021. Additionally, substantial new construction increased inventory and gave buyers more options. When buyers have choices, they have negotiating power, putting downward pressure on prices. For buyers, the value proposition is lifestyle and schools. Both Santa Clara and Tri-Valley cities offer excellent public schools, lower crime rates, and family-friendly environments. If you can handle the commute or work hybrid, these areas might offer the best combination of value, quality of life, and appreciation potential.
What this means for buyers. What does this mean if you're considering buying in California now? First, timing is everything, but impossible to perfectly predict. These 5 cities offer notably better opportunities than 18 to 24 months ago. Second, mortgage rates remain the wild card. Even if prices drop 10%, if rates jump from 7% to 8%, your monthly payment increases. The sweet spot would be buying during price softening and refinancing when rates decline. Most experts predict rates will fall to 6% by late 2026 or early 2027. Third, these cities are experiencing corrections, not collapses. This is rebalancing after pandemic-era frenzy pushed prices beyond sustainable fundamentals, not the panic selling and economic breakdown of 2008. Fourth, consider your personal situation above all. If you need to buy because your family is growing or you're relocating, these cooler markets benefit you. You'll face less competition and have negotiating power. If you're purely speculating, you might want to watch how things develop over the next 6 months. Fifth, location within cities matters tremendously. Work with an experienced local agent who knows the micro markets.
Looking ahead, 2026 predictions. For the remainder of 2026, most analysts predict continued modest softening in these markets if mortgage rates remain elevated. The California Association of Realtors forecasts statewide median prices will increase around 4 to 5%, but that's an average, including hot markets. The cities discussed will likely see flat or slightly negative growth. However, 2027 might differ. If rates prop up into the 6% range and economic uncertainty decreases, demand could return quickly. The fundamental factors making these cities desirable, jobs, weather, lifestyle, schools, haven't changed. Watch for a potential bottom rush. If rates drop significantly and waiting buyers rush in simultaneously, we could see rapid price rebounds, like what happened during the 2008-2012 downturn. For Bay Area cities, watch the tech industry closely. If AI continues booming and companies hire aggressively, the influx of high-paid workers could reverse current trends quickly. Conclusion. California's housing market isn't crashing, but it is correcting in areas that experienced unsustainable pandemic price growth. Oakland, San Francisco, San Jose, Napa, and the Santa Clara Tri-Valley areas are offering better opportunities in 2026 than in years. If you're considering a move, do your homework on specific neighborhoods, get pre-approved for a mortgage, and work with local experts. Don't try to time the absolute bottom. Focus on finding a home meeting your needs at an affordable price. Real estate is ultimately long-term. If you're buying to live in for 10 to 15 years, short-term fluctuations matter less than finding the right property. Even if prices dip another 5% after you buy, a decade of appreciation typically outweighs short-term loss. For those not ready yet, use this time wisely. Save for a larger down payment, improve your credit score, and position yourself to act quickly. These markets won't stay soft forever. The California housing market has always been cyclical. What we're experiencing is normal, not fundamental breakdown. The state's weather, economy, beauty, and culture ensure demand will always exist. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more real estate analysis. Drop a comment letting me know which city interests you most. Thanks for watching, and here's to making smart real estate decisions in 2026.